So this is the basic font styles and common font styles available in LaTeX. So the first thing is the boldface, and it can be called by the function called the command called textbf and curly brace open and curly brace close. So whatever we type in between, that gets in the bold font. And italics is the same. So the bold font has got its the name, like text bf has got its name from the b and f, the bold face. And italics is the it, the first two letters of the italics. Then the slanted, sl stands for slanted or oblique font. And MD stands for medium, and UP stands for upright, and SE stands for small caps, and TT stands for teletype or typewriter font. Among the seven, like the first two will be the pretty much the common fonts, I mean common and the common terminology many typesetters use, be it another word processing software or any typesetting program. So italics and bold font is pretty much the common. And small caps and teletypes are not so common, but that also has got a lot of importance in typesetting. And other font size too available, like for example in normal we used to give something called slash text normal with an open bracket and close bracket. So when you don't provide this also, you'll get the default Roman font. But if you, in case you have got a lot of fonts inbuilt in your, I mean incorporated in your documents or the text, then text normal will bring it to the normal font, I mean the Roman font, which is the default in the TechMapper. Then the emphasis also pretty much similar to the italic font. Text IT do produces the same result as slash emphasis, but this has got huge applications in bibliography and other later stuffs. But when I say it's similar, it is not the entire the same, but it has some differences. We'll be seeing what exactly the difference between the emphasis and the text IT in later. But as of now, it has some similarities, but it is not exactly the same. Next is the font series. The previous slide is on the font styles. These are the default styles, and this is the series. If, for example, boldface can be written as BF series, which means that the entire content after these will be of the bold font. I mean the bolder text. Then medium series also the same, which also does the function of making the entire text that are succeeding this command will be of this nature. And font shapes is pretty much an important thing, so we'll pay much attention to it. Default, as I said, it's the normal font. Even if you don't provide it, it's just the default Roman font. And boldface is slash bf, and italics is slash it. In addition to that, you can even provide it shape, and slanted is slash sl and slash sl shape, and small caps is slash se or slash se shape, and teletype is slash tt. So in among this, bf and slash tt doesn't have the that particular shape added to it. I mean, there is no slash bf shape or slash tt shape. There are some differences in incorporating the slash it and it shape that we will be discussing in a couple of minutes later, but as of now, this is the shape, font shapes. And this is the family, the entire I mean, agglomeration of all the relevant elements into it, and that is what we call a family. The default is the Roman, which is also called a serif font, so we can provide it by text rm open bracket and close bracket. So whatever the text you put in within that, that will be of the Roman font. Or you can even provide a slash rm family, so the entire text that follows this command will be of this Roman family, I mean Roman text. And similarly, we have got sans serif font and slash sf family and typewriter font slash. This is actually many people confuse that this is slash tech and triple t. It is not so. It is just text TT, which stands for teletyping or tele typewriter, whatever you call, and or TT family, and this is the three families are commonly available. When we come to the shape, there are other types of shapes as well, like for example, semi-bold, extended bold, and so on. So this being the most commonly used series that I've given here. So we will be discussing those other types of font series in the lecture that comes that we when we discuss the more advanced concepts in LaTeX. And as I said, example 0, because it has nothing to do with the formatting or font series or font style or font families. This is the basic document, document class, article, then begin document and end document. This is the text we intended to print. So the default is the Roman or the serif font. So this is the output of this. And let's dive in the font style. The first being the normal font. So we give text normal, open bracket and close bracket, and within that we have just given the content. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. This particular sentence has got not a good meaning, but this is what the typesetter use. The reason being that this has got almost all the alphabets in English. It has got 26 alphabets of English, so we can see how each font differs based on the font attributes we incorporate. And text normal is pretty similar to the without giving any what you call formatting, and it also produces the same output of Roman font or serif font. This is example 1.1. In addition to text normal, you can even give slash normal font, open bracket and close bracket, and either way it just produces the same result. So this is the basic application of the font types or font styles, but this being the normal, so we don't have much what do you call the variation or much differences in the without producing without incorporating the font types or series. And here we are. So the first thing, if you could see the bold font here, so all the words change to the bold font. For example, if you see there's no formatting here, and I just provide a text BF and open bracket, and I put in the sentence and I close the bracket, and this particular sentence turned to be a bold font. And this is the basic bold font. And next is the italics. So I put slash text it, then I put the same sentence, but in this case the entire sentence turned to be an italic font. And emphasis, as I told you, emphasis also pretty similar to italics, same way like EMPH, open bracket and the content, then close bracket. It's the same as the IT. So let's have a quick comparison of the text IT and the emphasis. So here it is. If you see, the output produced by both of this are pretty similar. So then what is the difference between having an IT and emphasis? And we'll discuss that now. And this is the difference I told you. So I just made a text IT, open bracket and close bracket, and I've got a text running in, and I just wanted to do one more italic font for bold brown fox jumps. So I just put this within the text IT, open bracket and close bracket, so which means that the entire text is IT, and within that brown fox jumps also I wanted to make it an italics, so the output is the same because it's the entire sentence is the italics. So we may not be knowing like this italics is because of this or this, so it's probably the same sentence. But if you provide an emphasis of the entire content, say for example EMPH and open bracket and close bracket, it has got the entire sentence in between that, then also we have to we are interested in providing the emphasis for brown fox jumps. So open slash emphasis, open bracket and close bracket, and we want it to be emphasis and emphasis. But when you look at the output, so the entire thing is not italics. So if you see the brown fox jumps, So it is an emphasis over an emphasis, so which means that this turns out to be the normal text, which is our Roman font. So that's the only difference. Like if you provide emphasis in embedded and another emphasis embedded within that emphasis, so it turns out to be the Roman font. There are some other differences. We will be discussing that in the subsequent lectures. But as of now, so there are some variations between the text IT and the emphasis. And slash textile XL is a SL stands for slanting thing. Many people have got the preconceived notion that slanted is also italic, so it is not true. So for example, in this case, if you see, this is purely italic. So if you could pay good attention to this font, it is exactly the different from this. And here is just the Roman font gets slanted or tilted a bit. So if you see the J here and if you see the J here, it's pretty much the different. And if you see the V here, it's still the Roman font, but this is also Roman font, but it's italics, and it has got a huge variation in terms of text visualization. Then this is the final text style is called teletype or called typewriter. So whatever content that gets between this slash text tt and open bracket and close bracket, and that will give us a like typewriting font. And this is also called as monospace. So either way is the same. So if you could see the old typewriter document, and the font is pretty much like this. This is pretty much an courier type of font. So if you have good knowledge on the different types of fonts, this resembles like the courier type font in the other word processing software. And this is the text SC. It stands for the small caps. For example, if I put text xt open bracket and close bracket, and in this case, if you see this sentence, only the T is capital, so the rest of all are small letters. So what exactly happened is, the T is a little bigger here, but even though it's everything is capitalized, the capital original capital retains. To differentiate that, it'll be a little bigger. So to illustrate that, so I've made the initial letter of a word to become a capital letter. So the quick Q being capital, B being capital, F being capital, J, O, T, L, D all becomes capital. When I put that particular sentence within the text SC, then you can see the variation, the small q and the capital Q. So which means that text small caps, when you have a capital letter in between, then it will make it a little bigger than the other small letters. But the overall visualization is the capitalization of all the words, whatever you put in between the slash text SC open bracket and close bracket. And this is an what do you call the different what do you call incorporation of the 2 or 3 fonts, like just like we made like what happens, the entire text is bold, so the slash text bf is bold, and whatever the content we put in between will be bold, but we have made the content in between that to be italics. Say for example, the quick brown fox, and this sentence is italics, then it should be bold, or something like bold then it's italics. So either way, for example, in this case I made it bold then italics, the same sentence I made it italics then bold, but the output remains the same. This is true for some of the font styles, but this is not true for most of the cases. But sometimes you get a different output based on the application of the font. I mean, this is something like the sequence of providing the font styles. So in this case, we get the same output. So if you bold it and make it italics, or you made it italics and bold, either way, the output is the same. And this is just the play of all the font styles which we have seen. Like for example, the entire, for example, slash text bf and open bracket and close bracket, so entire content will be of bold font. Then we wanted to be that in italics, so slash text it open bracket and close bracket, so entire text will be in italics. But in addition to that, I've just made it like slash text so brown fox. Only the brown fox will be off slanted. So if you could probably see here, the entire text is bold and the entire text is italics, but the brown fox remains the style of the slanted text. So this is just the difference between an IT and a text, something like that. And the same way I just made it the other way, so I wanted to make this slanted out and IT italics inside. So I made brown fox to be italics, but the entire content to be of slanted and bold font. So it's bold font, and if you see, it's all pretty much the slanted font jumps over the lazy dog is also the slanted font. But only thing is, if you see the brown fox, and if you see the brown fox here, this is the slanted and this is the italics. So this is what I told you, like there will be a variation in the output if you changes the nomenclature. And this is the upright text, like slash text upright, then the content put between that will be of little bigger than the conventional or the normal font. And the medium is what we generally provide for the normal font. So this is the output. Text up is upright and text MD is a medium. So whatever you put within the curly braces, that gets printed based on the particular command. Honestly, this might not have much applications in my documentation, but this being an style, you should be knowing this. Then we'll go to the font series. It's one of the important thing that you don't have to really select particular text and make that to be a particular bold or italics. You can even do it for a paragraph or even for an entire document. So that is what we call a series. And the first series is called BF series. So I've not given any curly braces here. So when I type in slash BF series and the whatever the words or the sentence succeeding this particular command, it will be all bold, irrespective of it will become a table or it become any other elements. So entire stuff's gonna become BF series. So we'll be doing that when we typeset the tables. So this is the one of the important thing that you should know. And you can even use the BF series for particular words or particular sentences in a paragraph. So for example, in this case, I wanted to make bold of only brown fox jumps. So what I did is just I'll open a bracket, and a flower bracket, then BF series, and the content till whatever till what word I wanted to make it bold. I've just selected that, and after that I just close this bracket. So which means that this entire stuff, this the text between the open and close curly braces, and will be of the BF series. One of the common mistakes many beginners will do it, like they'll do a BF series, then they'll open a bracket and close a bracket. So which means that that will make the entire text succeeding this BF series and open and curly brace will be of bold font. So that is not we wanted to. That is pretty similar to this BF series without the open and close bracket. And this is the output. So for example, in this case is the entire bold font, and in this case is the normal font, only this being the bold. This is true for medium also. Say for example, MD series, since we don't see much variation here, but if you have got a lot of fonts with the variable shapes and variable styles, then mid series and the slash MD series will always help you to bring down the font to the medium level. And this is the some of the series that we have discussed here. There are some more and we will be discussing in the advanced course, like not in advanced course, in the advanced lectures. And this is also the same, like we can even what do you call, play with the different types of series. In this first case is all the entire medium series, only the brown fox gets bold series, and this is the output. And we have got the everything to be bold series, only if you could pay close attention to it, like the open bracket and MD series brown fox jumps, that will become of normal font. So that will not boldface will not be applied to this particular thing. So that is how we just generally make use of different types of series. The next will be the font shape. This is important in itself, because this has got multiple meanings. Say for example, IT and IT shape may not be having the same working nature, so it will differ based on the different applications. So let's get started. And this example number 14, in this case I've just wanted to make the entire content to be of bold font, and I've just used slash bf. It's pretty similar to the bf series which we have seen early. Slash bf series or slash bf will make everything after that will become a bold font. One of the interesting incident that I want to tell you is, one of my colleagues was writing a research paper, and in the research paper, and he made slash bf before a table, and when taken a print, it looks like very different than the one he typesetted. Then he understood that he have not closed the bf series or bf. So the entire document after the table and the references and all got bold font, so that is not anybody wanted to. So if you're using the bf or slash bf or slash bf series, you should be very careful to know where you want to exactly close the particular command. So in this case, it's just a simple sentence. I've just closed it. I mean, I don't have to close it. So this is the thing that I wanted to emphasize. Then same way, similar to BF series, you can even select a particular words in a sentence or a particular sentence in a paragraph, and you can make that to be a bold font. This is true for italics. So italics stands for slash IT. You can even provide IT shape for this. Let me tell you quickly. So slash IT will make everything more italics, and you can even concise it to some of the words in a sentence. So in this case, if you could see, only this gets italics. And IT shape does the same function. Probably you can see nothing gets, the output doesn't changes even if you use IT shape or IT shape or something like that. Then same way you can use slash SL, stands for slanted, and can even use within the bracket some selected terms. Then you can even use SL shape and SL shape, and that doesn't make any difference. This is true for the small caps as well. So small caps is be slash SC, or within the bracket is slash SC. Either way, it doesn't make much difference. And I mean, it doesn't make much difference in terms of the requirement, so it will print it exactly what we intended to. And as I told you, it can also have SE shape, so that also has got the similar syntax. And this is pretty important. So as I said, like, what happens if you use multiple font shapes? For example, in this case, pay close attention to it. Like, I've made a BF or bold font of the entire thing that will be coming after that, but I wanted the brown fox to be italics, so I don't want it to be a bold font. It is actually a bold font entire thing, but I just wanted only the brown fox to be italics. Then I made it an open command of slash sl, which means that bold font will stop here so that the slanted will be followed. Then jumps over will become the slanted font. Then I put a bracket, and I don't wanted that to continue, so I made it the the lazy dog, to be as small caps. So that is how the bold gets stopped. And if you put in bracket, the brown fox gets italics, and this becomes slanted, which is the outside is not within the bracket, and when I put it within a bracket, it's all lazy dog. But let's take another example. This example, in this case, I've made it bold font, I instead of getting BF doesn't have any bold shape. Instead of IT, I put IT shape, and instead of SL, I put SL shape, and instead of SC, I just put SC shape. So what does that makes is that, so it will take the entire text to be bold font, but in addition to that, it will make this particular text to be italics, and in addition to that, it is even bold, and it makes the jump over the words to be slanted. And importantly, an SC shape is also, the lazy dog is also a bold font. But if you see that the SC shape is not updated here, so within bracket SC shape and the bold font is not possible, so the LaTeX overrides it, and that makes it to be a what do you call, the bold font itself. So this is the one of the important thing I wanted to emphasize. Not all it is not like commutative, so it doesn't makes it does makes difference when you alter the particular what do you call particular way of doing stuff. So in this case, SC is not gets printed as the small caps, but it just takes the default of the bold font. So we will be doing one exercise at the end of this lecture that will you should be in a position to explain this in one of the questions. So understand this. S shape underneath the BF will only give us the bold font. And this is example number 19. It's called the teletype or the typewriter shape. So you can even provide it with /tt, and the entire text can go /tt, which is the typewriter font, or you can even concise the particular things inside document or particular words from a sentence, and everything gets in the typewriter font. In this case, I've just only concise brown fox jumps is in concise it to a typewriter font, and here it is. Only that brown fox jumps is in the typewriting font. The rest of them are in the default normal or serif font. And this is the font family. So far we have discussed what is the font style, what are the font shapes and series, and this is the family. We only have three families. One is the Roman family, then the sans serif family, and the typewriter family. We commonly use Roman family and sans serif family, but typewriter family is pretty much an old-fashioned, or if you're really interested in typesetting like a document that looks like a typewriter printed, then that will be of your great help. And there's an example. So text rm within open bracket and close bracket, this is pretty similar to your style. Like text bf will give us all bold font, and similarly the text rm is all give us the entire sentence in terms of the Roman font. So the default is a Roman, so we don't see any changes or variation in this text. But you can even provide RM family, just like the BF series. You can even provide an RM family. The entire content preceding this command will be of Roman font. So this default is a Roman font, so we will not be seeing any differences. And the next is we can even concise the Roman font within the bracket, and the elements or the words we put in within the bracket will be of Roman font. In this case, the default is the Roman font. So for example, if you use Beamer like what I did, like the default font will be as sans serif. So if you see the quick then over the lazy dog is all sans serif, and the brown fox jumps will be of the Roman family. Just I wanted to show some variations are made. This particular is a default Beamer font. This is a sans serif. Otherwise, you'll get the default font to be of Roman family or Roman font. And this is pretty much like text SF is a sans serif, so whatever you put it within the brackets will be printed in the sans serif. This is the sans serif font, so if you could see the difference between an Roman font and sans serif font, you can see the differences here. And next is the you can even provide it like SF family, like RM family. So SF family, I made everything to be SF family. Then I just wanted to only convert this particular box brown fox jumps to be of SF family. I've just done this. You can see the difference between a Roman font and a sans serif font. And the final stuff, it is called the typewriter family. So you can provide like a slash tt or slash slash text tt that we have discussed early, but this tt family will be printing everything, succeeding that to be in a typewriter font. And you can even concise that like the Roman family, the sans serif family, typewriter family can also be concised for a particular selection. So in this case I've selected brown fox, that be of typewriting family, the rest of that in the Roman, which is the default font. And this is the final example. So what happens if I start manipulating with different families? So in this case I made it SF family, then the entire content after that should be of SF family, which is a sans serif family. But after that, like the quick, I made it to be RM family, which is the Roman family, till the lazy dog. So the Roman family is still the over there. Then after that is the TT family, the typewriter family, and the lazy dog will be of typewriter family. So which means that the quick brown, the quick only, the quick is of the sans serif font. Then brown fox jumps over there. The brown fox jumps over there is the default font, or it's a Roman family font, and the lazy dog is the typewriter family. But if you see what happens if I put them within the curly braces? Say, for example, I want the entire document to be sans serif family. And the quick after that, I wanted only the brown fox to be of Roman family. Then jumps over the has got no implications of it, just takes the sans serif family. Then the lazy dog is the TT family. But if you see that the TT family, the sans serif family will override the TT family. So this is a previous instance, we see the bold font overwriting the text TT. So which means that the typewriter font or family can be compromised by the preceding family. So in this case, the quick is of the serif family, sans serif family, I'm sorry, and brown fox is the Roman font, and jumps over the, it takes the sans serif because we have not defined anything here. And TT family, the lazy dog, is also sans serif family. It does got a little bit, I think it does got little what do you call little typographic font, but on the basis of their serif family. So that's it. And I think we have covered enough on the different types of font styles, shapes, series, and families, and so on. Let's take a quick question. And we need to print the following sentences using, it's actually a single sentence. It has got three different elements to do. So first thing is, like, you need to use the font styles. You need to find out the what font style I've used here, and you can even take font styles in series. You can play with it. Honestly, there's no single answer for this. You can try with different font styles and series, but the output has to be similar. And the second one is using font shapes. So this document, and you have to do with the font shapes or something. Then the last one is the font families. If you could see the LaTeX everywhere, it's of the default Roman font, but if you see the symbol of LaTeX 2 version in the what do you call, I think this is the what do you call, the sans serif font. So as a family I would have used, so probably like you can give a try. So if you see the difference, you'll really appreciate that. And that we have come to the end of the lecture. So this is the theory session. The next section will be the practical session, where we'll be using, or we'll be doing all the exercises 1 to 25 in TechMaker, and you'll see the implications, and you'll see the importance and significance of these fonts in detail. So that's it. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.